I have been playing Age of Origins for a couple months now, and at this point I think it's good time to make a video about some early game mistakes that I made and how do you start playing this game efficiently. And what Age of Origins is a city building game where the theme is this kind of post-apocalyptic zombie survival, and you're in a world map full of other players that each control a city and are trying to survive and get stronger and so on. And there's so many things going on in this game that it was super overwhelming for me at the start, and a lot of the mechanics I kind of didn't completely understand, and I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do in this game and how to do it properly. And in this video I kind of want to give you a couple of simple tricks that will help you and lead you to the right way. So first of all, the most important thing that you want to do at the start, something that I can't directly show you, but in the bottom left of my screen you see these two icons, and there is a third icon that is basically the early game tutorial, and it gives you all kinds of missions, like let's say get main hull to level 5 or build 2 level 5 wheat farms and 2 level 5 oil fields. And every time you get like a set of tasks, I think it's maybe 10 missions every time, you get some rewards from completing them, and when you complete all of them you unlock a new set of tasks and you get a large amount of very big rewards. And in the early game you pretty much just want to follow those missions and do them quickly. Kind of like me, you probably might just start to upgrade the building and wait it out, and those early missions will take you unnecessarily long. Like for instance, if you see, if I click on this wheat farm, let me open it again, this level 11 wheat farm, if I start upgrading it, it takes 1 hour and 26 minutes, and the first few levels you can just do with the gold for free, that doesn't cost you any gold, and then later you can substitute gold to get resources and to upgrade things instantly. But there is also this other token that you have in the game that you actually get a large quantity of, and these are basically tokens that let you speed up the upgrading of buildings and even your like troop recruitment and so on. And if you're a very min-maxing type of player like I am, you probably might consider that you want to save them for more important stuff. But you get a lot of these, especially in the early game, and later on upgrading the buildings takes much longer, while in the early game upgrading a building might take you 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And actually, if you really want to get started properly, when you do these missions, you just want to always use all of the speed up tokens you have and complete them in like matter of seconds, and you can just rush through all of the missions and get a lot farther in the game. And basically any new building that you have, you can upgrade it to level 4 or 5 instantly for free without any resource cost, and later you can do it with gold or speed up tokens to do instantly. But at the start you're just gonna follow the missions, upgrade everything instantly, and you will get lots of other rewards from the missions than just resources. And then when you have followed those missions for a bit longer, and you have, for instance, started to recruit some troops and you have gotten them from some missions, then you can go to the world map and make most out of your troops. And if you were like me, probably the first thing that comes to your mind is attacking other players. But I can tell from experience that isn't really the first thing that you can do, or that you should do. You can definitely do it, but it's not worth doing. Like, first of all, you can scout other players. You don't have to just attack them blindly. But the way the system here works kind of doesn't really incentivize you to attack willy-nilly, and it is kind of on the defender side the way the odds play out. Basically, when you attack other players, generally most of their resources are hidden. Even if they have some resources, most of them you will not be able to steal. And if they have some troops, when you attack them, they will be able to heal their troops after the fight, and you will lose yours. So unless somebody has very developed city and you're willing to attack him and lose a lot of troops to completely destroy him and be able to farm him, attacking other players at the start of the game doesn't make any sense, and it's actually very bad for you. But what you can do and what you should do is that the world map is full of all kinds of different, let's say, treasure troves. Like right next to my city, there is this oil field, and this will give you a massive amount of resources when you harvest it. In the early game, when your wheat fields and oil fields are at low level, you will only get a few thousand of resources when you harvest them. But for instance, when I harvest this oil field, I will get 240,000 oil, which is way more than I produce from my oil fields. Every time they are stocked up, I get maybe like 70k oil or something. So these are the big ticket items that will get you a lot of resources. Now it takes you like 6 to 8 hours to gather this, and it depends how many troops you have, how much you can actually gather, and can you fully gather it at once. But at this point I have a decent amount of troops, so I can actually do it. And also it kind of depends how far you are in the game, that you might be able to attack 2 to 3 times or harvest 2 to 3 different things on the map. So you can't just do this willy-nilly, but you want to set, basically when you're done playing the game for the day or at the time being, you want to set out to harvest one of these things. You don't have to search randomly from the world map. There is this radar at the bottom right of your screen. You can just click on the thing that you want to harvest, like do you want to harvest oil, or do you want to harvest steel, and so on. And then you can choose the level that you're aiming for. But these level 6 things are like special, and you're basically not gonna find them. So you're gonna go after the level 5 things, and you just click whatever you want and it will find you the closest one that has resources and is empty, that somebody isn't already gathering in. And then when you get a bit later in the game, or if you join an alliance, alliances can also get better versions of these, and they will give you more resources. And for instance, if I click the second icon here, I can see the farms and oil fields that my alliance owns, and these will give you more resources. So this is an additional benefit of being in an alliance. But even if you're not in an alliance, you can find plentiful amounts of these resource fields, and you don't want to waste your troops by idling and not doing anything. So always when you stop playing, you want to set out and harvest these. But then there is some other things that you can do with your troops. Like there is these monsters, for instance, that you can attack, and they don't give that much resources. The oil fields and the wheat fields give you a lot more, but these kind of give you a different types of resource for upgrading your Titan and your commander. But there is different levels of these monsters, and every time you first kill a certain level of monster, like level 10 or level 15 monster, only once, you will get extra rewards. And basically you want to kill all levels once when you're able to do it, but you will need a lot of troops to do this, so you will not be able to do it from the get-go. But that is one thing that you can do with your troops. Another one is harvesting these oil fields, and well, there's many other ones, but then the third and maybe the most important one, there is all kinds of events in the game, many seasonal events for holidays and so on, that often give you all kinds of free stuff that you just click it and you will be able to spin a wheel and get some free stuff. But then there's some of these events that go on every week and rotate. And for instance, right now we have this Doom's Iron Grip event, and these are time-gated events, and you basically don't want to miss out on these, and you want to do them every day or like on the days that they are up. So for instance, right now I could attack this Doom's Iron Grip event. I can attack it 10 times per day, and unlike harvesting those wheat fields that take me like 8 hours, attacking this guy is gonna take me 15 seconds, and you can do this 10 times a day. So you basically want to attack it 10 times, complete the event, and then you start gathering those wheat fields and oil fields. And what you get from these titans when you attack them and do that event is that you get XP to upgrade your own titans and some other resources to upgrade them. And these are basically your super troops that do extra amount of damage more than other ones. And yeah, another thing in the similar vein as doing these world events is that there is all of these seasonal holiday events, and you always want to join them and see what rewards you get. Then another thing that I was actually missing out a lot in the early game is that you have this academy where you can upgrade different things, like making your buildings upgrade faster or increasing the harvest that you get from your fields and so on. You always want to be researching something in here, because just like with the buildings, some of those early levels might only take a couple minutes, but then some of those higher levels will take you hours and days, and you can only upgrade something at a time, and there's so much to do that you always want to have something going on here. And just like with those buildings, you can speed up research, and I would speed up the early levels of any research that is only gonna take you tens of minutes and complete those instantly. And then when the upgrade takes you like hours, you can just let that one sit when you are not actively playing the game. Then one more very important activity that you don't want to miss out, that you need to attend every day and do several times a day to play efficiently, is that you have this, I think it's called biochemical lab, yeah, and you can do multiple different things. When you get further in this building, you're able to recruit zombies, but you will not be able to do this at the start of the game. But you unlock these girls that are infected, and you can heal them 5 times a day for free, and then you need to wait 5 minutes and you can do it again. Basically, you want to log in 5 times a day to be able to do this, or like when you play a session in between doing other things, you want to attend to this. And when you do it, you will unlock tons of different things, like getting those zombies and getting other resources for free. And then one more very important daily activity that you don't want to miss out, and there's lots of more in this game. There's so many different things to do, but these are kind of the key things that you definitely don't want to miss out. When you join a clan, you have this daily zombie battle that you can do, and some other activities that you can do with your clan. Like every day when you log in, you want to contribute to your alliance research, and you will get rewards for it, and your entire clan will get higher level of perks. But there is this zombie battle that you can do every day, twice. This is what you want to get your troops for, and level up your titans for. And it only takes you like 30 seconds or 15 seconds to complete this, and you do it twice and you get extra resources and your alliance is happy. This doesn't really take a lot of effort, but you get free instant resources, so you don't want to forget doing this. I actually didn't join into an alliance until I played the game for like a week, and only at that point I realized how much I was missing out. Other than just doing the daily missions and getting these other perks from your alliance, but like I showed before, your alliance can capture these oil fields and other stuff in the world map. And yeah, those were some of the more important daily activities that you don't want to miss out on Age of Origins. It can definitely seem like there is a lot to do and it can be a bit overwhelming, but many of the stuff is kind of optional and you don't have to do it all the time. But then there is some stuff that you really don't want to miss out and you want to do it every time that you can, so that you can efficiently progress on your account. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you're interested of this game and you like this kind of chill city building and zombie survival and account progression, then download the game from the link in description. It is a sponsored video and I'm sure they will be very happy if people download the game, so if it seems interesting then give it a go and see ya.